Welcome to this week on Lake Erie Port of Call, first show of the year. Mike Jameson here with you, and glad to have you here. It's kind of expanding things this year. We've got a lot of things going on, but as of taping, I am still out of the water. We're having some prop issues right now, and we're going to be working on the props, but we've got a lot of stuff we're going to showcase this week. We're actually going to be taking you up to the Catawba Boat Show, the Progressive Boat Show. Progressive Insurance is just doing a wonderful boat show up in Sandusky today. As this show airs, today and tomorrow, you'll be able to go up there. We'll have some information for you so that you can check it out and be part of it. And had a great interview with Michelle Burke and all the great people up in Catawba and up in the Port Clinton area. We're going to be spotlighting a lot of stuff up there this year also. And we'll also be spotlighting a lot of the good things that'll be happening here this year. Crossing our fingers that, you know, with the COVID and everything, we're going to be able to get out a little bit more and enjoy things. And this week, I'm going to show you how we took all of the shrink wrap off this boat and I want to use the shrink wrap again next year. And we're going to show you a little bit on how to be able to do that and you know, maybe save you some money that way. We're going to be putting in some new speaker systems in the next couple of weeks, JBL all the way. We've got a real nice setup there. We're also going to be putting in a transducer for our new Garmin system that we got. We picked up the CV73 from Bass Pro. Got a great deal on it, and I'm going to show you how we put a transducer on the back of this boat and a lot of other good stuff. Can't forget Captain Chris will be on too, and he'll be talking a little bit about what's happening up in the Port Clinton area and get ready for some good boating this year. Enjoy the show, our first one of 2021. Folks, starting off the boating year quite elegantly this year. I'm very excited. We've got Michelle Burke here. Michelle, we've got a big boat show that's going on this weekend, and we're kind of tail ending it from the advertising end of it, but it's really going to be a phenomenal weekend up here at Catawba Island, and congratulations.
Thank you, and absolutely perfect weather for us. This is the first major boat show in all of the Great Lakes in over 15 months.
Oh my goodness.
So we're really happy to be back in business, so to say.
Now, you know, explain it to people that, you know, this is at the Catawba Island Club, correct? And this is not, if you think about a boat show, you know, you think about, okay, maybe there's a couple of strips where they got a few, 3 or 4 boats out here. You've got dealers here, you've got people involved in the boating business, and not to mention a really good time.
Yeah, absolutely. So this show is in its 16th year, I believe. And it is at the gorgeous Catawba Island Club, which is Port Clinton, Ohio. If you go to our website, cicboatshow.com, directions are right there, all the parking instructions. Parking is free, and it's sponsored by Firelands Auto Group, which, you know, thank you to them as being a good sponsor. But we have a number of dealers here with a lot of their inventory in the water, ready to sell. I mean, that's where a boat show is different from a car show. You know, a car show, you go, you're just looking at models of cars. You can't buy there. Boat show, totally different. You can buy, and weather permitting, you could even take it for a test drive.
Fantastic. So
we've got almost 100 boats in and out of the water this year, so there's plenty for people to see. We have over 50 vendors who all are pretty much great shopping or marine related products and services that are at the show. So definitely a place for new boaters to come. We also have something called On the Water Ohio, which is an activation of ours, where people can come and ask a licensed captain any questions they have. And they're even going to have cleats where you can practice knot tying,
Oh,
tying
very
up
nice.
to a dock, because there's so many new boaters, as
Sure.
you know, and the COVID.
That's why we have this show. I mean, seriously.
COVID was the best thing for the boating industry in decades,
Sure,
because
sure.
everybody bought boats. We're also going to have something called dockside discussions with the Lake Erie Walleye Trail people. Professional charter captains and fishermen hear the entire show to answer questions about fishing. So we wanted, I'm very big on education. I actually was, 6 years ago, I wasn't even a boater.
Well, you
Swear to
are
God.
now, huh?
Oh yeah. I went deep. I went in and I went deep. But I'm really passionate about helping people get into boating, you know, and having education accessible to them, and not having that intimidation of asking questions. I remember when we were going to go tie up to a mooring ball and I had no idea how. I was watching YouTube videos. So
Sure.
it's nice to be able to come and talk to somebody and take that fear factor out of it.
Well, the one thing, you know, we were talking, and my people in Toledo are talking about, oh, there's no boats. Oh, this is a year that there's no boats. It's totally false. I mean, look, folks, it's packed. You've
There's
got
boats.
a lot of boats.
I mean,
and a great weekend too.
Oh, gorgeous weather. We couldn't have asked for better weather. You know, are there inventory challenges? Absolutely there are. But dealers still have boats, or they're taking orders for boats that are coming in. So don't listen to there's no boats out there. Of course there's boats out there.
Right,
You just
right.
got to know where to look, and this is a perfect place to start.
And some of the things that really are going to interest me with this weekend is, you know, with the GPS and the Garmin's and the Lowrance and all of that, really learning more about it, because we just put a new one on our boat, and I'm really wanting to learn how to use that. And
Yep.
I think that's just some of the things that you're going to be able to do here.
Absolutely, and in fact, we have Dubert's, who they're big and with the engines here in Port Clinton. That he's going to have his own personal boat in the water to show the joystick docking. So
Yeah, we'll be filming some of that. We'll have that on some of the other shows coming up here too. Now, during the year, I mean, this is a big event for you. Is this the only event that you guys have, or do you do a couple of them during the year?
we typically do 5 boat shows a year. So
Great.
the Progressive Akron Boat Show, which this year we did not do, the Catawba Island. In the fall, we typically had the Cedar Point Boat Show.
Sure, of course.
This year will be the Progressive Sandusky Boat Show. We're moving to downtown Sandusky. And then the Progressive North Coast Harbor Boat Show, which is in downtown Cleveland. And then, of course, our big Progressive Cleveland Boat Show.
Right. Now that's inside though, right?
That one is inside.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be calling you in January for that one. Right?
That's great. Perfect. Well, December, because
Oh,
it'll be in
December,
early
okay.
January.
Okay, very good. Well, I'll tell you what, Michelle, I wish you guys the best. We're here on Wednesday. We're going to shoot some footage now, but a lot of the great things that'll be happening. It starts Friday.
Starts Friday
yep,
at noon.
So yesterday. So this,
Yeah.
it started Friday.
Started
yep.
at noon, and then we're open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday.
Entertainment and stuff here too, correct?
We've got live music through the whole show. We've
at
got two tents going on with food and beverage and food trucks and alcohol and non-alcohol and all kinds of
It's going to
great
be
stuff.
a fun weekend.
Yes.
Well, you guys did it right, and all of your workers are out here. It's kind of fun watching them get everything set up right now and do all the hard work.
Yep.
But really looking forward to a good show and a really good year. Hopefully you can help me out from the standpoint of getting some of the people in the Port Clinton and the Catawba Island area. We want to be able to spotlight this stuff, and that's really one of I'm so excited to be
Well,
here.
I appreciate you coming out. I really do.
We're
It's
going to have
wonderful.
fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would have wasted all my days in a dream. That's where I know you'll always be.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Want to take back control? A Generac home standby generator protects your home against power outages every second of every day, all year long, automatically, whether you're home or away. Control your power, control your life with a Generac home standby generator.
For a free estimate, call Schneider Sons Electric, 419-691-8284.
Another sunny day by the water. But it only takes one bad decision to change the mood. Boaters operating under the influence of alcohol or drugs pose the same danger and face the same consequences as those operating a motor vehicle. They'll lose their license, face fines and insurance increases, and maybe even jail time. Impaired boating is impaired driving. There are better ways to spend a sunny day. Enjoy the summer on safer roads and waterways. Arrive alive, drive sober.
You've planned and planned. Each moment of your special day just has to be perfect. You don't want to worry about anything. Just know that you've hired professionals to make your wedding day special. Mike Jameson with Creative Video Imagery has produced award-winning weddings for over 15 years. Our company has the equipment and the artistic ability to capture your day on digital DVD, giving you lasting memories of a day you will cherish forever. Call Creative Video Imagery today or visit our website, Creative Video Imagery, making moments into lifetime memories. Well, starting a new year off, got Captain Chris with us. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, you've been doing the finagling on new boats and working on boats and doing your thing.
Yes, I got myself in another boat, so I'm still selling my other one.
There you go. There you go. Hey, if you need, we'll have it on there too. He's got a beautiful, what is it, 36?
35-foot Chris Craft, yes.
There you go. There you go.
Nice
Listen, what I want, we're sitting here, we're being beautiful Port Clinton, we've been to Catawba, we're doing a lot of stuff this week with the show. We're spreading it out just like we said we'd do last year. You got a lot of new boaters that have you noticed on our Facebook site and the things that we're doing where it's like, hey, listen, don't think I'm dumb or anything, but this is my first boat. What are some of the things I definitely need to have? What are some of the things that I should do, and should I take a class and certain things like that? What do you think?
Well, first of all, make sure you get a vessel that works for you, works for what you're going to do. Make sure that you can get around that vessel, whether it's you or your spouse, your wife, girlfriend, whoever it is. Make sure that they can get around the vessel and be able to tie it up. Make sure that it meets all your needs. Try it out and research. Just don't go and get something. And then make sure you have all the safety gear that you need. Now, how do you know what safety gear? Take a boating class. Taking a boating class through many different organizations would be a great way to do it. Get a free vessel safety check. You can call the United States Power Squadron, your Port Clinton Power Squadron, or the Toledo Salem Power Squadron. They will do a free vessel safety check for you, and they'll tell you what you need to know. But you want to make sure that you have a life jacket for everybody on board. You want to make sure that you have your fire extinguishers ready, your flares that are current and ready to go. But not only have it, you want to know how to use it.
Sure.
And how do you do that again? Through a class, or like what I do, I come to your boat and I do on-the-water boat training. So I can go over certain things with this. We can do drills. We've done man overboard drills with the husband and wife before.
Oh, wow.
The wife beat the husband, by the way. Yeah, so you just want to do your research. It's not like just getting in the car and driving from here to Sandusky. You've got a lot of different things. As you can see behind us, the weather's starting to change.
Yeah.
In another hour or two, it's going to be a little different.
Well, that's the thing. I had somebody say, well, I'm buying a 21-foot boat. Is that going to be good enough to be out on Lake Erie? And yes, if you realize, like what you just said, the weather
right
changes
now it is,
in a second. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's great right now.
But
a couple hours from now, it might be a different story.
Yeah,
so
there's some rain coming.
That's right. And then how many people are you putting on board? Right. What kind of family do you have? I mean, are you putting a lot of people on there with a lot of stuff? You got to think about all the gear you're bringing on, the coolers and anything else. That all adds weight and takes up space.
Well, you want to be very, very careful. And over the next few months, we'll be talking every week. We'll have something a little different and talk a little bit about what you can do to be a safe boater. And that's the main thing, being a safe boater, because we want you to be a boater for a long time.
We do. You know what? And get someone out there to show you how to use your boat. And that's what I do. I get out there and show you how to be safe, how to run your vessel, how to do the communication. That's a big thing between spouses, understanding how that goes.
He is the man, and we've got his phone number right there. Give him a call. He's got some great classes. The spring is the perfect time to get out there.
Yep.
And he'll come right to your boat.
I will. I love to come to your boat because I want you to learn on your vessel, learn in your environment. And it's a great setting, and I tell you what, I have recommendations, everything else, so whatever you guys need, give me a call. Check out my website.
He's the man. We'll be right back with more. Here with Tim Sells, the parts and serviceman. He's going to be my hero here for that. Poor guy. Tim actually was part of this with me back when Brenner was behind the old
Sports arena.
Thank you. I lose it every once in a while here, but we all had a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to getting the boat in the water and doing all that fun stuff. But first, before we even go to that, these things are awesome. I mean, this is basically what everybody's getting themselves into now because it's so much fun. And you were saying they actually have some that have bars on the back end. No kidding.
Hey, they are very, very popular right now. It's not your grandpa's pontoon anymore. They got big motors on them. They go fast. The upholstery is beautiful, and
this is the one thing. It's incredible what they've got here. Hey, I'm getting some of my upholstery done on my boat. I'm gonna have to do it little by little because it's But Don Billings over at the Ragman, and hopefully I'm crossing my fingers we're gonna get him on the show. He was really excited about the show, and Tim, I know you guys have all kinds of boats, and it's really scary for some people. The boats are $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. You've got some really good deals on great boats that you guys have cleaned up, fixed, done what you had to do. We're very economical, and that's basically what happened with me.
Yeah. There's a lot of boats out there for sale. People either grow out of them or want to move up, and that's kind of the way to go now.
Sure.
Time you pay for a brand new boat, it's quite expensive, especially if you're just getting into it and you're not sure.
Right.
You buy something used and move your way up.
Well, with this year, it's a late start because of the weather. The water's higher than I think you and I have ever seen it in all the 30 years I've known you. I've never seen the water this high ever in my life.
No.
What are some things that if people are just new to boating or getting in, what are the definite things they want to do to make sure their boat's ready to put it in the water so you're not with Boat US being towed in?
Yeah, you want to do your basics, check the bottom, check your anodes, tune up if it needs it, oil changes, gear lubes.
How many times, I've got dual 454s in my boat. Every year, twice a year, do I want to change the oil?
We recommend oil change if you're not going to use it every other year, but usually every year. The tune-ups, you can usually go a couple years on a tune-up.
Right.
The biggest thing on boats is the distributor cap. If you don't keep them inside a warm building, or they get the condensation. They get the what we call like hairy inside the cap.
Right.
But fuel filters every year for sure. Oils, it's preventive maintenance.
I kind of teasing for next week's show. I bought that Wellcraft. It's a 91. Gino Bank came through for us and put the whole thing together very well. But Craig Kennedy, Bubba, has already told me. He says, you want to do this, you want to do that, like with impellers.
Yep.
And he goes, I don't care if they're running good, just change them.
Yeah, if you don't know the history of the boat,
right.
I would do oil changes, tune-ups, filters, water pumps. It's all, then you know when it's done. Then you can keep a track of it.
Great people here that
absolutely.
That can do everything.
Yep.
You're a mainstay here in Toledo area for boating, and you've helped me through the years, and shame on you.
It's a bad habit.
I know it is. Boating is a bad habit, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And some of the things we want to do, of course, you got Pier 75, and makes it for the smaller boats. You can put them in there, and Craig's down there making all that work.
Yep.
So you guys got it all set up. We're gonna start spotlighting some of the wonderful yacht clubs in the area. I'm gonna make my decision on what yacht club I'm going to be with, and we'll be doing a lot of that. And if you have a business either on the Maumee River, anywhere up around Catawba Island, Put-in Bay, Detroit, that's where we see the show going, to be able to spotlight this whole area, because I don't think we're going to have a big algae bloom problem this year, especially as high as the water.
Yeah, some year, yeah, you just don't know.
You just don't know. Well,
hopefully they've gotten it under control with what preventative stuff they're trying to do.
Well, in the next few weeks, we'll go through, how to get your bottom done and ready to go, and doing all the things that you need to do with that. And of course, buffing out a boat. That's one of the big things on my boat. It really needs bad, so we're going to do that. And once again, we want to get condolences out to Captain Tony's family. Just a heartbreaker for all of us, and we wish Tony really wanted to be a part of this show. He was so excited about it, and basically was going to give me one of his drones to use. He said, "I've got the best drone," and just a lot of condolences going out to his family. And you'll see us here, and we'll actually be doing stuff on Facebook Live too. And little by little, if you have any questions on boating, feel free to ask us. And Tim, once again, thank you.
Good to see you.
Brenner Marina has, they've got some great boats here, and they've got some great used boats. If you go on, I think Brenner75.com.
Yep.
Yep, and check out some of the used boats they have over there. And we just want to get you into boating, because I'll tell you what, if you're not, you're missing out. And this area is just so good, and hopefully we can get the word out.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
Well, first thing you're going to do when you get your boat out of winter storage, and by the way, I have to give kudos out to the great people here at Brenner 75, right here at Harrison Marina, and at Pier 75. They've got tons of space open for you if you're interested in getting into boating. And with COVID, this has just been a year where a lot of new boaters have come into the boating scene, and what they can do for you here. And when we talk to the people here at Brenner, they'll give you some ideas on, to be honest with you, it's really tough because there's been some fires this year, and a lot of boats got damaged in those fires. So if you're thinking about maybe moving up or thinking about selling your boat, make sure you contact the people here at Brenner 75 and at Pier 75. But I'll tell you what, we enjoy being down here. We've got a ton of friends. It's just great. We just enjoy it. And first thing that we have to do, obviously, we had our boat shrink wrapped. The great people here at Brenner did our shrink wrapping. Did a wonderful job with the shrink wrapping, and didn't have a drop of water in my boat. Everything was absolutely perfect. But people think, oh, you spend all this money to have it shrink wrapped, it's done at the end of the year. You can't. If you're real smart, you're able to use that for 2 or 3 more seasons. And one of the things you have to do, because they put a wrap around the boat, and when they get that wrap, and it's got string on it, or it's a heavy-duty twine type thing, you can untie those twines and leave them and loosen them up so that you can just, slip the cover itself over the boat, and then, once you get it done, it's really not that heavy. It's a 2-person job, and you get everything taken out that way. You save what you have. You're going to have to put new straps on at the beginning for next fall, but at least this way you can do that, and it can all be done and taken care of very, very well. Now, after we got all of that done, we start looking at all the things that we have to do on the boat. I use a rubbing compound on the boat to just shine it up. Pick it up here at Brenner. Talk to Kenny in service, and Kenny will take care of you with that. And we buff the boat out, and then to be honest with you, we haven't even gotten to waxing yet. We haven't. The weather's been kind of crazy, family issues and things like that. So we're hoping to get everything done with that. But the one thing I was able to do this year is Bass Pro had an incredible sale on transducers and plotters and, you know, fish finders and everything like that. We found exactly what I wanted. It's a couple of years old, but I'll tell you what, it is a wonderful, wonderful machine. And we were able to use exactly where the old Garmin system was that didn't work anymore. We were able to use that as our place to put the Garmin unit itself. But when we got ready to do the putting the transducer in on the back of the boat, I was very nervous about doing that. So I talked with Tim Sells, and we were able to, he gave me all the things you do. You know, I'm not really crazy about drilling holes into my boat, but we drilled the holes that we used. They have a special compound that you can use. It's kind of like a silicone, but it's definitely made for marine use. And we used that, and we filled our holes up with that. And we attached our transducer, and then we ran a line up, and then we ran the line up over the water line. After we got to the water line, past the water line area, we drilled another hole, and that's where we put the transducer wire and put it in there. Now, I put it in, got it all set, was really excited to run it. The line's not long enough. Well, Garmin has an extension that you can get for that. So we're putting the extension on, and we'll have that all done. And it's just something that we'll be showcasing a little bit next week on our show. Something else that we're just getting our things together. We're going to be putting 4 JBL 8-inch speakers in. They're 250 watt speakers, and we'll be showcasing that on next week's show also too. And we have to cut into our fiberglass, and we have to put all of that in. But we've got that done. The boat is fairly clean. We need to do a pretty good scrubbing of it, but that's just one of them things you got to do when it comes to boating. And as we get into the show, we're going to get out on the water, and we'll showcase all the great things that are happening here. But that's some of the few things that we've done. I'm probably a week out yet before we get in. Hopefully we'll have it in the water for you next week, and you know what we're going to be able to do with that. But it's just been a great season starter here. The weather's been fairly nice, and we've been able to do a lot of things that we didn't think we'd be able to do. So now we got to spend this weekend getting all of the waxing in, get it all cleaned up. The inside's good, no problems with the inside. All the electrics working great. Batteries are fine. We kept our batteries inside and stored them inside to make sure we wouldn't have any problems with them. So we're really looking forward to making sure that we're going to have a great boating season, and we'd really love to have you a part of it. You know, we've got all kinds of good things, and if you want to have us spotlight your business, which involves boating, please get a hold of us at 419-514-1302. And we really do appreciate you being a part of it, and it's going to be an interesting year. I'm really excited for boating this year, and love to see a lot of new people out there. And you know, we go over to the yacht clubs and sit in and talk to people, and they really dig what we're doing here. And we just want to spotlight the wonderful area that we have here in Lake Erie and the western end of Lake Erie, and all the great things we can do with it. Folks, my name is Mike Jameson, and I'm proud to bring this to you each and every week. Labor of love, believe me, it is labor of love. But hopefully we'll be dropping the boat in, and we'll show it to you next week. And check us out on Facebook. Make sure you become a member like us on Facebook, and we're going to be giving away a lot of stuff this year. Once again, thank you so much for being a part of it. Get out to the boat show up at Catawba at the Catawba Island Club, and they're having a wonderful boat show this weekend. Enjoy it, and we will see you next week right here on Lake Erie Port of Call.